ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओमा ब्रह्मलोकादाशेषात् आलोकालोकपर्वतात् ये वसन्ति द्विजा देवाः तेभ्यो नित्यनमो नमः। ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ विदितानमया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो द्रुतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भवशङ्करदेशिक मे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। स्तुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ॐ श्री वेदव्यास वैशम्पायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं समस्त सनातनधर्मसाधकभक्तसंस्थापक सेवकोपासकानां समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता सिद्धि द्वारा विघ्नशत्रु निवारण द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम विश्वशांति विश्वकल्याणार्थम श्री महादेवस्य श्री महाशिवस्य श्री सांब सदाशिवस्य अनुग्रह सिद्ध्यर्थम अस्यां श्री महाशिवरात्र्यां शुभतिथौ श्री रोग निवारण सूक्त पारायणं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्यत सम्मिलित अध्ययनं रुद्रपाठं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। हरि ओम फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम. Today is Mahashivaratri. We will continue our everyday class. First the Roga Nivarana Sukta chanting. Then our class will have for some time. Then we will do a Rudra part today. That will be our Mahashivaratri Upasana to the Lord Shiva to bless us. The remaining things you can do throughout the day. In our next class, we will do our Chamaka Prashna Patham. Now the Namakam, then Chamakam. Thereafter, we will have in the daytime classes our various stotras of Bhagavan Shiva. Evening also we will have Shiva Stotra, Shivanama Smarana and Shiva Kavachadi Parayana. So let the whole day be dedicated to Bhagavan Shiva. Om Ata Roga Nivarana Suktam. Om Jarayuja Prathama Usriyo Vrushavata Braja Stanayanneti Vrushtya Sano Mrudati Tanvarujugo Rujanya Ekamoja Stretha Vichakrame Ange Ange Shochisha Shishriyanam Namasyantasva Havisha Videma अंकान समंकान हविषा विदेमयो अग्रभेत पर्वास्या ग्रभेता मुंच शीर्षक्त्या उतकास एनं परुष्परुरा विवेशायो उस अस्य यो अब्रजावातजायश्च शुष्मो वनस्पतीन् सचतां पर्वतांश्च शम्मे परस्मै गात्राय शमस्त्ववराय मे शम्मे चतुर्भ्यो अङ्गेभ्यः शमस्तु तन्वे मम ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ श्रीकृष्ण यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय शाखान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ॐ यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ॐ अथ शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवीन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहना भवतो सहनौ भुनक्तो सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ चतुर्थोऽनुवाकः ॐ यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न बिभेति कदाचनेति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मान्मनोमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा विज्ञानमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः कृतं दक्षिणः पक्षः सत्यमुत्तरपक्षः योग आत्मा महः पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः 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 On this very auspicious Mahashivaratri day, let us salute Bhagavan Dakshinamurti, Lord Shiva. Let us salute the Parabrahma Tattva, Shruti Mata. Let us salute all the Brahma Vidya Acharyas, Rishi and Muni and Guru, Devata Parampara. Especially let us salute our Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Yagnavalkya, Adi Shankaradi Gurus, who are teaching us this Brahma Vidya. And salutations to our own Gotra Rishi Parampara and the Guru Parampara who are directly blessing us, and the Swaguru. Bhagavan Lord Shiva himself is considered as the Adi Guru, Sri Dakshinamurti. Om Maunavyakhya Prakadita Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishthante Vasadrushiganaihi Avrutam Brahmanishthaihi Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudram Anandarupam Swatmaramam Mudidavadanam Dakshinamurtimide. This Vedanta Adhyanam, Yoga Adhyanam, or even Bhakti sadhanas, wonderful they are, give us mukti, but then even to be able to do them, we have to come to some basic gross level of qualification and maturity. And that all is nothing but our own chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata, chitta sukshmata. When these three are achieved, the purity, single pointedness, subtlety of our inner antakarana, then we can do and enjoy doing and enjoy the result also of bhakti sadhana, in which all the sadhanas are beautifully done. The phala of it, Bhagavad Anugraha, in the way we want or in the way we leave it to Him, it will be experienced. If the Antakarana is not Shuddha, Ekagra and Sukshma, our bhakti sadhanas cannot be done well, therefore will not be fruitful. Therefore, yena kena prakarena means by all the means possible, we have to protect and prepare and purify and perfect our inner personality. So too, without this inner equipment readily made, we cannot even do our yoga darshana sadhana. Though through yoga sadhana, chittavritti nirodha is done and atma anubhuti is gained, but even to start that sadhanas, we have to have a state of mind, a little matured mind, detached mind, a mind which is willing, ready to take up these sadhanas. May we possess that type of again antakarana by our own effort, again by Ishvara Guru Krupa only. Ishvara Anugraha Deva Pumsaham Advaita Vasana, as it is said. In the same way, we are studying Vedanta Shastra, Upanishad Shastra, so divine, so great, ultimate of the subject to be known, text to be studied, occupation to be occupied with. There is no greater. Sometimes when we look into ourselves, getting the chance to study and our own state of evolution, देखकर हंसी आती है कि where we are and where we are getting this opportunity of studying the Upanishad with Bhashya Adi. But then, with all our simplicity, humbleness, we take it as Bhagwan's Kripa only, knowing that He is gracing us or blessing us in this way. We just continue our journey in our own snail speed. May it continue. But then, even for this Shravanadi, मननादि निधि ध्यासनादि also the viveka vairagya se banaya hua एक beautiful inner antakarana full of purity, full of concentration, full of that subtlety. When we have, we can pierce through the mantra supervision meanings, go into the deep indicated meanings. In Vedanta mantras, though, Upanishad mantra, there's nothing to be done even if those mantras are deeply penetrated in our intellectual understanding, and if we get abided in the understanding, the ultimate is gained. More than this, nothing required to be done at all. But then, all said and done, it is we who have to, by changing our way of life, by changing our inner and outer responses and reactions. From inside, what we are doing outside. From outside, when something is coming, how we are receiving it and responding. Keeping all of them fully, watchfully observing them, we have to go on making a habit of protecting our own buddhi or antakaranas, shuddhi, ekagrata, and sukshmata. This is half of it. Second half is this maintained antakarana should be regularly exposed to the study of Shastra, especially the Tattva Shastra, the Adhyatma Shastra, the Brahmagnana Shastra, the Upanishad Shastra, the Vedanta Shastra. The more we do, the more clarity of understanding comes. It's all the question of non understanding and misunderstanding which created the entire problem. When the correct and complete understanding comes, the non understanding or non apprehension goes away. Consequent misapprehensions also go away. Thereafter, only one thing, I am already in that blissful self. I am that blissful self. I have nothing to achieve. Therefore, entire samsara in which every moment we are struggling, running to achieve, all that goes away because that for which I am running, I discover it to be my own self. No more any runnings are there. We are in that stabilized bliss and peace. That I am searching is that me only. So maybe that way, be conscious day by day. Becoming conscious and true to our own sadhana is called as maturity. So that we have to become Gambhira in. The more we are matured and Gambhira in our preparations as well as our performances or sadhanas, the quicker will be the results coming to us. So on this very holy, auspicious Shivaratri day, Some of these commitments every one of us can take both for making our equipments worthy of study sadhana, two, then the commitment for stipulated hours of sadhana also of internal dhyana ityadi. May we get commitment today. May we invoke Bhagwan Shiva's blessings to bless us in this regard. So, to all Shivaratri wishes and prayers, let Mahadeva Mahashiva enter our personality. He is the Moola Rishi. From him only all the rishis are trained and they come and teach us. So directly, the Bhagavan Lord Shiva, Dakshinamurti, we invoke his presence in all layers of our personality for perfect analysis, understanding of the Shastras, and to have the required guts and strength and conviction to follow the Shastriya Jivana Vidhanam, so that what is indicated by the Shastra as Yo Veda Netam Guhayam Parame Vyoman Saha Ashrute Sarvan Kaman Saha, may it happen to all of us. So, with these words, now come to our study. We are studying Taittiriya Upanishad, trying our best, taking the help of Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara's Bhashyam. We are now in this Brahmananda Valli, in which the first Anuvaka told about the Sutra Vakya, Brahmavida Noti Param. Then, for that, the quotation is given to us from the Rigveda Brahmana about the explanation of that Brahma Tattva, then the Upalabdhisthana of that Brahma Tattva, then the Phala of that Brahma Tattva. Explanation of the Brahma Tattva is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Upalabdhisthana is Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. Falashruti is So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipashiteti. This to be kept in background. To make us that way, through experience of Brahma Tattva, to experience the bliss of experiencing everything. As a beginning, the explanation started that hypothetically, from that Brahman, which is our own Atma, or the arrival of these Pancha Mahabhutas. Tasmadva Tasmad Atmana Akasha. In this way, up to the Anna we are brought. Oshadibhyaha Annam. Then Annat Purushaha. Purusha actually Annamaya Kosha only. In fact, Anna Rasa Maya Kosha. But because we right now have the Atmathadatmya Vidya Annamaya Kosha, therefore Purusha, that is how the discussion started. So that is how in this portion, in the Brahmananda Valli, from the second part of the first Anuvaka onwards, the Pancha Kosha Viveka is being given to us, so that we clearly understand each of the kosha and we shift our Atma Tadatmya from the grosser koshas to the subtler and subtler. Theory has to be thoroughly mastered. Practice also has to be sincerely done so that actually we experience what our Shruti Mata is expecting us to. So, in that, our effort, we have tried to understand the Annamaya Kosha, then the Pranamaya Kosha, then even the Manomaya Kosha also we have tried to see. But all these have to be repeatedly heard, repeatedly contemplated for doubtless clear understanding. So, and the two important things right from the beginning, what we have to know is it is because of our daily experience that I am the Deha, inside the Deha Prana, inside the Prana Mana, inside the Mana Buddhi. The type of experience we have, therefore, taking this alone as a basis, Shruti Mata is trying to help us to know the self or Brahman inside us only. Inside one kosha. From the Annamaya ke inside, Prana ke inside, etc. But actually thing is, it is the other way around. In the Brahman only, all these Anandamaya, Vijnanamaya, Manomaya, Pranamaya and Annamaya sequentially contained. Brahman is the container, all these are the contained only. In a subtler way, if you see, what we have to understand is when we say the Pranamaya Kosha is inside the Annamaya, it means Pranamaya Kosha is the support of the Annamaya Kosha. It is because Pranamaya only, Annamaya is there. Therefore, Atma, you know, this is called the Atma of that Annamaya is said. So this is how each of these grosser koshas are depending on the subtler ones. Subtler ones are the ones which are supporting the grosser one. All these we have to discover inside us. It is already so. Here there is nothing for us to be manipulating or creating or doing. It is as it is. We have to only recognize on our contemplation seat, followed by the meditational seat. So each of the kosha are explained so perfectly, beautifully, and they are all given the Purusha Vidaha, and the Purusha Vida is the Pakshi Rupa, and we are explained. What is the most important thing in his one? When Shruti Mata is explaining each kosha, especially the five limbs of Shiraha, Uttara Paksha, Dakshina Paksha, Atma, and Pucham, when she is talking about all this, in that only there is a sadhana hidden. Doing that sadhana makes us get freed from the misusing of these koshas in wrong direction. Then that right way of using each of the kosha itself becomes a sadhana and easy for us to focus on its source called as the sukshma kosha and transcend the sthula one, because all the additional attaches or the loads are not there in that sthula koshas, because we are living at those sthula kosha level as indicated in this Upanishad or Shastra. Like, when you have just that cabin luggage, nobody will stop. सीधा हम flight में चले आए. But you have the NRI suitcases, 3, 4, and each one of them heavy weighted, and some objects are kept which are not allowed in the flight. खुलवाया, उसको निकलवाया, और एक लगो, फिर से और एक निकला, वो भी निकलवाए. Then the overweight हो गया. How cumbersome is that journey? And always tension, not only in a, say putting it, a lot of money you have to shell out. Sometimes more than your ticket price is the price of the luggage. Mhm. Then there again, when the flight lands, there again same thing of taking it out and putting on trolley, heavy. Imagine karo, just cabin luggage, travel light. Nobody stops, no issues. So too, living at five koshas level, as explained in this Upanishad, is like traveling with cabin luggage. But right now, we, with each of the kosha, we in fact stupefy. You made molested only every of our kosha. Our own koshas, we have spoiled, we have destroyed by adding so much of not required information, NRI. Not required involvement, NRI. Not required indulgence, NRI. Is it not? All this because of ignorance, not required ignorance. So much we have done. That is called as delusionary involvement. Like children. The more you tell them, अरे ऐसा मत कर, वैसा मत कर, और वो करता ही रहेगा वो. He will climb that place, he will play with that thing, he will break that thing. He'll not sit at stably one place doing what you expect him to do. Any assignment you give him, करो, कहाँ करेगा वो? Then you say, ये बच्चा समझता क्यों नहीं? है ना? You give him a paper and pen and write, he will not do. Any other work, he will only jump, he will go out. Every nutcut thing he will do. And we are worried why he doesn't listen to us. Same is the case with us. As much as we have grown in our age, it doesn't matter. We also, like child only, do that which is not required through the koshas, therefore get lost unnecessarily in the mesh of worldliness and samsara. If what is said by the Guru and Shastra, and as indicated now, if we live, there are no complications in life. But again, our whims, our own fancies, our own misguidance taken from the other people, they all add such heavy loads to our each of the kosha. Therefore, we are got stuck up at that kosh. अगले कोश में जा ही नहीं पा रहे हैं, अन्नमय में ही फंस गए एक्चुअल. By some reason, if we come out of the Annamaya, again we are caught up at the Pranamaya. The Annamaya getting caught up is the laziness, the lethargy, the indolences, the procrastinations, the non-initiatives, the frustration and dukkha felt when we are told to do the duty, not a big seva. Duty करने को भी कहा तो नहीं. This is called the Annamaya Kosha overloading. The Pranamaya Kosha is the other one. Too much identified with all the activities and dynamism, not remaining stable even a time. That is a Pranamaya Kosha, we get lost in it. In the Manamaya Kosha, we get lost because of unwanted sentiments and emotions and projections and imaginations. All of that are the diseases of Manomaya. Every limb of the body is healthy. Some disease comes onto that, then it becomes abnormal, gives us dukkha. Same way, that is why in Tulsi Ramayana and all we can see Manasake Roga, the diseases of the mind. All are diseases. All the six enemies of Kama, Krodadi are the diseases and aberrations of the mind. But we don't want to understand it. We don't want to accept that. And if it is disease, you should remove it. You're not taking it as disease only. We are considering it as a healthy condition. Then we are only promoting it. We are only strengthening those things. Therefore, we are lost in the kosha. We don't even are aware that there are koshas, gross and subtler ones. From the gross through the subtler, we have to reach the ultimate. Even this information we are not ready to receive, even though it is given through satsanga, etc. गुरु लोग देते जाते हैं, बट कहाँ हमको टाइम में फंसे हुए हैं किसी न किसी कोश में. Then the intellectual Vijnanamaya kosha, the karta, the ego, the abhimani, you know, you want to do this, you want to achieve that, you want to prove himself. These are all getting lost in Vijnanamaya kosha. I must know more than others. I must prove that I know this, that. ये सब विज्ञानमय कोश के करतूत. मैं ही हूँ. There is no Anna Prana Mano Vijnana themselves doing. I as a Jiva, in my identity with each of the kosha, getting lost in the doings of each kosha, forget myself to be the self. And in the Anandamaya kosha again, always in that Nidradi, a type of non-apprehension, we get lost in it. So in this way, the Pancha Kosha, the outer skins, if we can throw away, or what is unnecessarily added, it is thrown away. Then what is the definition given of each of the kosha? Only that much if we can live, it is easy for us. We can feel that loadlessness, the lighterness in our own life. It is easy also for transcending each of these Stula Kosha and go through the Sukshmadi to our own final self. That is what the things we have to repeatedly. Actually, whether it is Bhakti Sadhana ho, Yoga Sadhana ho, Vedanta ho, all these thoughts repeatedly we have to keep on contemplating for getting the knowledge pakka, for making the conviction stronger. ये बहुत जरूरी है. May we all in a few months time now onwards only reveling all the day in these Upanishadic mantra and their meaning. So let us become more stronger in our conviction about the goal and sadhana. Now we just listen, but after that some japa upasana we do. But right now we have not come into that mood of 24 hours thinking about the koshas. Only then the spashtata will come. May we all enter into that zone. Now, we are into the fourth Anuvaka. The first portion we have exhaustively seen. The second portion, which introduces the fourth kosha, Vijnanamaya, there we are. With Bhashyam, we have started to study yesterday. So let us begin from there only to understand the Chaturtha Koshaha Vijnanamaya. So before that, what is Annamaya Kosha? This Stula Sharira made out of Anna Rasa. Whether it is the nails or the hair or any a whole outer skin, the inner skin, the other five dhatus, whether it is blood, bone, bone marrow, the muscles or the flesh, the nerves, the outer skin, the inner skin, all these sapta dhatus with which this Annamaya kosha is made is nothing but Annarasa only. We are only a user of it. We only stay in that. More than that, we have to only be a sakshi to that. This Annamaya will have its own course of prarabdha because I have done like that type of works as a prarabdha. Annamaya kosha with these things are given. For an ordinary non-spiritual seeker, because fully he identifies with the Annamaya, whatever modifications happening to Annamaya, he feels that they are to him only. We are studying Vedanta now. Theory we have understood that the Annamaya Koshkam Sakshi hai. So even though the Annamaya is going through Prarabdha, we by remaining a Sakshi can reduce its influence on us. If we cannot remain a Sakshi, like any other ordinary people, identify with the Annamaya Kosha, we claim that all those things happening to the Annamaya are happening to me. An ordinary person says. I have disease or I am fever, I am having fever and all. But even I can say I am not having fever, that the body has the fever. I am not having that wound or the pain that is in the body. This type of sadhana we have to do with the Annamaya kosha. Hmm. That is how we slowly get detached from our identity with the Annamaya. Slowly only we do. Wherever there is a fear, take the help of the Lord, hold on to his feet, again get strength, again do. आज पंचकोशों के तादाद में जीने का हजारों जन्मों का आदत होने के कारण इनको छोड़ना इजी नहीं होता. But once we get habit of living at higher koshas, detaching with the lower one, such an amount of sigh and relief and relaxation we feel. It's so beautiful actually. But then the delusion that I have to live as Annamaya, eking out outer sukha, is so strong. It is I can't be without it. ऐसा वाला घमासान जो मोह माया है ना, हमको इसी लेवल पे मजबूर करता है जीने को. So to prayers to God with our own intellectual analysis, with little practices, those strong shackles we have to break. This is what for all the upasanas, all the vrata, all the diksha, all the anushtanas are given to us to break the shackles that I cannot be without the Annamaya. उसको उस shackle को break करने के लिए. Today Shivaratri, many thousands, millions are in total upavasa. Some are one meal, some are only on fruits, some are only jala, some are nirjala. शिवरात्रि है आज तो दे डू इट ओनली टू नो नॉट द अन्नमय का डिटैचमेंट से भी हम जी सकते हैं. इट्स अ लर्निंग. इट्स ओनली डोर ओपनिंग. द डोर हैज टू ओपन दैट आई नीड नॉट बी फुल्ली लिविंग ओनली एज अन्नमय. ऐसा बात. देन फील द सेकंड कोशा permeating fully the annamaya called the pranamaya, vayumaya and pranamaya. Little subtler. We need to be more concentrated to feel the presence of the pranavayu in and every aspect of our अन्नमय कोश. ध्यान करने से वो पकड़ में आता है. इंटेलेक्चुअली तो बता दिया कि एट एवरी सेल एंड पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ द अन्नमय स्थूल शरीर the pranamaya has to be there for giving the life to us themselves, for giving the energy to those cells. Because the pranamaya gone, Prana ruk gaya. It is not that only my right hand stopped working, but the other parts are working. ऐसे क्या? Only legs stopped working, but other. When the prana goes away, which part works further? No part works. Means when it is working, it means what? The pranamaya is there in the entire annamaya, every nook and corner. So this is how logically after understanding, yet we have to start becoming more and more aware of the prana going inside and the activities that are happening in the physiology are because of this prana only. The more we become observant, we can see slowly the role of pranamaya. And more conscious when we become, we will know that the pranamaya is more important than the annamaya, even in the sustenance of the annamaya kosha. Such people who, through yoga sadhana as well as this understanding, get hold of the pranamaya kosha and conquer it, उनको ना फिर अन्नमय को मेंटेन करने के लिए भोजन आदि को लेने की जरूरत ही नहीं होती. Directly from the Vayumandala, he takes the Shakti required to maintain the Annamaya Kosha. महायोगी लोग हैं जिन्होंने महीनों तक सालों तक भी बिना भोजन किए इस अन्नमय को मेंटेन किया. हाउ? फॉर द मेंटेनेंस अन्नमय what was required is supplied through pranamaya. Pranamaya yogis, pranayam करने वाले, very many, years together. No eating, no drinking also. Sambhav hai, highest yoga sadhana it is. Our point is what? Become aware of the pranamaya. Then the third one was the manomaya, where the sankalpa vikalpa are happening. And that manomaya kosha was exhaustively studied, that it is the Veda Atma. Each of the limb of every of the kosha we have seen. Annamaya ka shiraha dakshina uttara yoga, all this dakshina ayam dakshina paksha ayam atma idam pucham pranamaya pranayeva shiraha vyano dakshina paksha apanottara paksha akasha atma prithvi pucham. So too for the manomaya yajureva shiraha ruk dakshina paksha samottara paksha adesha atma atharvangirasaha pucham pratishtha. So totally Vedamaya is the Manomaya. So the purpose of Bhagavan creating Manomaya Kosha is for expressing himself in the form of the Veda mantras. So what are Veda mantras? Paramatma only in the Shabda Rupa at the Mana level. मन में ही फर्स्ट शब्द होता है. उस शब्द दूसरों को सुनाने के लिए थ्रू द माउथ वी अटर आउटसाइड. द आउटर अटरेंस ऑफ द मंत्र cannot be without inner mind's thought of that mantra. And in the mind, all that mantra vrittis are coming because of the Paramatma. Paramatma only is coming as mantras. Therefore, Vedas are Paramatma only through the Ipadi called Mana. Therefore, Vedas that way are Apaurucheya and Shashvata, all that we have seen. But more important thing is what? Therefore, if the Mana has to be pulled from its habitual runnings out of many sadhanas, most beautiful effect is what? With the Mana always doing Veda Mantra Uchchar. डिसाइड कर लो दिन भर वेद मंत्रों का उच्चारण कर रहे with the mouth as long energy permits, remaining time with the mind. We can see the mind withdrawing from the present way of extrovertedness into its natural expected way of just reveling only in the Veda mantra. Other than that, mind has no pursuit to be done. All the emotions of prema, apyayita, raga, dvesha, they are the possibilities in mana, but they are samsara. They are not required. Even if they are required, they are expressed by our own choice whenever they are needed. Not that they are dominating us and enslaving us. मतलब कोई भी इमोशन अपने आप नहीं आना चाहिए. हम चाहते हैं तो आना है. depending on the situation. Somebody got accident, immediately should invoke the sympathy and then do the needful to that fellow, because sympathetically when you console, his dukkha is reduced to some extent. In that way, through the Veda mantra Nitya Ucharana, mana comes to its tikana of what it is meant only for allowing the Bhagavan to express as the Veda mantras. Other than this, any purpose with which the mind functions is self created. That is the cause of entire problem or samsara. And again, the problem is what? Because so many vasanas are there, they surface at the mana level as the desire also. Therefore, mana to fulfill those desires becomes worldly. Actually, it is not required. Like you are having a routine life. Suddenly, some guests come to your house. Then all the plates, cutlery, all of that which are inside, you bring out. Then extra items you buy, then extra cooking you do, extra talking you do. All of them are because that Atithi came. If he is not there, routine is normal, beautiful. So too, because the vasanas, the mind is doing the non-routine things of desires and indulgences and sufferings. If you stop the guest coming to home, you are very safe. So too, if by all sadhanas we can reduce the vasana, then the mana will not have the kamana to create the confusion. That is called yoga sthiti. That's called as living at the pure mana level as it is given to us by the Paramatma. And where is samsara if that type of mind is generated? And with that mind, when we identify, there's nothing wrong. वेदमय मन से तादात्म्य करो तो अच्छी बात है. Think about it. Think about it. 1 week continuously do only Veda mantra part, Subha, Dobha, Sham. You will see the mind become Vedamaya and all other things of mind are gone. Gone means what? Not required. And why Vedamaya is required? Because mind is given for that. After that only, through Vijnanamaya self, by understanding Veda mantras meaning, we reach to ourself. Both are required. So this was the Manomaya. Then the Manomaya Astitva ka quote karte हुए. In the fourth Anuvaka, we saw the Rigveda mantra. So that is what yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidvan na vivedi kadachaneti. This much is the quotation to say that there is a manomaya kosha other than the pranamaya kosha, as the atma of the pranamaya kosha purna rup se permeating the pranamaya kosha. Repeatedly, when we think, talk, then the thought becomes stronger about the presence of Manomaya. Then, when we deeply contemplate and see, really we can feel Manomaya's predominance in our life than that of Jada Pranamaya and Annamaya. That person who comes to live life at the Manomaya level, especially of what Manomaya is said here, his flavor, his way of lifestyle is totally different. It's only in the mantra Ucharana, Veda mantra, Pauranic mantra Ucharana, Parayana of the Shastras. He is enjoying that rasa only. He is not like others enjoying the Pranamaya koshas, Bhoga, Annamaya koshas, Nidra Adi. ओहो सुबह 4 बजे उठ के पाठ करेंगे अब. दिन भर वो मन को वेदमय मन है ना, मन इज वेदमय, मन को उसी वेद और पुराण और जो भी है उनके उच्चारण में ही लगे रहेगा. Even maybe the Lord's name. So he is the one who is in the mind, reveling in the Lord's name or in the mantras of Upanishad or Bhagavatadi, not worried about any other things related to Anna and Prana. You can easily understand that that person is now at the Manomaya level. We all go through that, but we are unstable. Our stay at Manomaya level is only for a stipulated little period of time we immediately jump back to prana or anna. We have to learn to be stable at the manomaya kosha. Then we have conquered anna prana along with all their demands and problems. Those koshas demand and we supply and it becomes a problem. This is how the manomaya we can say we have seen completely. Now, whoever does Manomaya kosha as Brahma Upasana, he will have the Ananda of the Mana because mind will be so calm and quite peaceful. Because in trying to do the Anandamaya Mana as the Brahma Upasana, all the disturbing aspects of the mind have gone away. And that Ananda is from within. Therefore, there is no fear of losing the Ananda or anything. Therefore, na bibheti kadachana. Anandam Brahmano Vidwan Navivedi Kadachana. So the Brahmana Vidwan, the one who does the Upasana of the Manomaya is the Brahma, Ananda will be his natural way of living. He's always in a happy, smiling mood. Navivedi Kadachana, he is not afraid of anything. Why? Because the fear is of the Anna Prana only more and more. Anna Prana को पार किया तो वो वाले fears उनको टच नहीं करेंगे. But all other things you can understand because you have come to Manamaya level in that clarity. He knows the Annamaya is not permanent, therefore he accepts it. Therefore, that problem that are having the Annamaya, he will take it to be, he will accept it as a prarabdha. He will not take the Annamaya as himself, therefore that suffering is not his, therefore he is stable, he is happy. All this we have to add the explanation. इसलिए मन के लेवल पे जो बंदा होता है ना खुश मिजाज वाला इफ द डॉक्टर टेल्स भाई तुमको ये बीमारी है ही विल टेक इट इन ए लाइटर स्ट्राइड ओनली बिकॉज एट द माइंड लेवल अच्छा ऐसे डॉक्टर साहब क्या करें ये करें अदर फेलोज ये मेरे को ये हो गया दैट मीन दे आर लॉस्ट एट द The people at the mind level, even प्राण का भी they don't worried about the food and water. वो जो भी मिलता है वो लोग खुशी से ले लेते हैं. But they have some emotions in the mind, some projections, they suffer at that level. Many families में आप देखते हो ना लोग लड़ाई झगड़ा अन्न प्राण के लिए नहीं करते मन में ही लड़ते हैं. मन भी नहीं whole लड़ाई is at the विज्ञानमय level because in the विज्ञानमय only the ego is there. All fightings are the ego clashes on. मैं तुमसे ज्यादा जानता हूँ. Is it not? ज्यादा करता हूँ ज्यादा पाता हूँ. All of them are the disease of Vijnanamaya Kosha. Misused Vijnanamaya Kosha, misunderstood. Those people don't worry much about. And nowadays, Anna Prana problems are less. Food is sufficient to all. But Manomaya, Dukkha Adi. Manomaya, Samasyas, all of them. Vijnana. We'll see, we go on analyzing, add karte jayenge hamare wisdom ko. Now, the Vijnanamaya Kosha is this starting. We tried yesterday a little bit, today also, tomorrow also, day after. 2-3 दिन हम आराम से लगाते हैं. With the help of Bhashyam, we try to understand Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha, as per the main mantra, we saw Tasmadva etasmat manomayat anyaha antaraha atma Vijnanamayaha. Therefore, from this manomaya, other than that, it inside it, permeating completely the annamaya, prana, manomaya, is called a vijnanamaya. And it is an atma of manomaya and atma of us. Means we are vijnanamaya kosha, that atma tadatma we have to develop to come out of the manomaya tadatma. Before that, in the sequence of understandings, like in case of the earlier koshas, here also the Vijnanamaya is permeating the Manomaya, Atma of the Manomaya kosha. It is पूर्ण रूप से व्याप्त हुआ है मनोमय कोश में. अन्यः अंतर आत्मा विज्ञानमयः तेन एष पूर्णः. तेन विज्ञानमयेन एषः मनोमयः पूर्णः. Then तेन एष पुनः सवा एष पुरुषविद एव. अन्वयम तस्य पुरुषविदताम अन्वयम पुरुषविदः. These 3 words which are commonly coming, only indicate the simple thing that they are Purusha Akara. This is not so. ब्रह्म के अलावा कोई रियल है ही नहीं. But for the sake of meditation, concentration, these supports are given. Because the contemplate करने, concentrate करने के लिए एक आलम्बन चाहिए. Alambana always is something substantial. Non-substantial cannot be an alambana. Therefore, this is a substantiality is always in the shape. Therefore, the shape of the Pakshi is the Purusha Vijnanamaya. Shape of the Pakshi is the Purusha Manomaya. So, Annamaya Purusha, Pranamaya Purusha, Manomaya Purusha, Vijnanamaya Purusha, Anandamaya Purusha, Brahma. That Purusha is Pakshi Rupa. Pakshi has 5 limbs. Therefore, he also has got. So, all that, what is the meaning of 5 limbs of the Pakshi? Those 5 put together is a Pakshi. So, to 5 these aspects put together is Annamaya. 5 these aspects put together is Pranamaya. These 5 put together is Mano, and these 5 is Vijnana. This is how we are, in fact, in this Upanishad, made very clear about so many aspects. Okay. Then what is this Vijnanamaya? And then it has also got 5 limbs. Tasya Shraddhaiva Shiraha Rutan Dakshina Pakshaha Satyamuttara Pakshaha Yoga Atma Brahma Pucham Pratishta. This is what every word we have to understand. Then to substantiate the presence of the Vijnanamaya Kosha, Tadapesha Sloko Bhavate. Then the 5th Anuvaka talks about the quotation of Rigveda to substantiate the presence of Vijnanamaya. Second part of the 5th Anuvaka obviously talks about the Panchama Kosha. Vijnanandanude karmani tanude vicha Vijnanam Brahma Chedveda. All those mantras in the Panchama Anuvaka. But this 4th Anuvaka is very crucial. Wherein Bhagavan Adi Shankara has left no stone unturned to lift our understanding to very sublime level regarding the Vijnanamaya Kosha, because he is the main one. Whether he is a samsari jiva or a sadhaka or after siddhi, even he is expressing only at the Vijnanamaya. Yesterday we told you, the karta and bhokta is not Annamaya. The papi punyatma is not Annamaya. The sukhi dukhi is not Annamaya. So too the karta bhokta, papi punyatma, sukhi dukhi is not Pranamaya also. They are only instruments. Not even Manomaya. But in the Vijnanamaya, the individuality is the karta bhokta of the papa punya karma and the sukha dukkha phala. And he is the one to be addressed actually. Other koshas are only instruments which are, but they have to be controlled, curtailed, curbed, kept under our check. All that is okay. But the whole thing is at the Vijnana level. This Vijnanamaya Purusha only has to do 3 things. At the first level, he should wean away himself from the first 3 koshas. Means you and I as sadhaka, anna prana mano. Unless we withdraw from that, we cannot find ourselves to be the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Unless we identify ourselves specifically as Vijnanamaya Purusha, the real sadhana doesn't begin. In that sadhana, the 2 parts are what? This Vijnanamaya Kosha, with all sadhanas of karma, bhakti and all, should clear up all his samskaras and vasanas. Unless that is done, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, Purusha, cannot contemplate to find his identity with Purna, Brahma or Atma or Paramatma. Actually, everything is in the Vijnanamaya Kosha only. We will study every word systematically. मनोमयः वेदात्मा उक्तः वेदार्थ विषया बुद्धिः निश्चयात्मका विज्ञानं तच्च अध्यवसायलक्षणम् अंतःकरणस्य धर्मः तन्मयः निश्चय विज्ञानैः प्रमाणस्वरूपैः निर्वर्तितः आत्मा विज्ञानमयः प्रमाण विज्ञानपूर्वकः हि यज्ञादिः तायते यज्ञादि हेतुत्वं च वक्ष्यति श्लोकेन. We need lot of attentive time given to study these lines to understand the role of Vijnanamaya Kosha. Let it take time. दे देंगे हम time. थोड़ा थोड़ा अभ्यास करेंगे. So Manomaya Veda Atma Uktaha. Already said the Manomaya is Veda Mantra Rupi hai. वेद मंत्र मन के स्तर पर एक्सप्रेस हुए हैं, बट हु इज knowing the meaning of the Veda mantras, who is getting convinced about the meaning of Veda mantras, who is acting according to the conviction of the Veda mantras. Because just by knowing the Veda mantra at the Manomaya, we are not going to be benefited. In the Veda is Jnanam. So Jnanam has to be gained, contained in those padas, shabdas. That is not the job of the mana. It is Vijnanamaya who knows the meaning of the Veda mantras and who gives that sanction or authority to the Veda mantras, and who himself become practitioner of the Veda mantras, who become the beneficiary of the Ukta Falashruti, whatever. Vijnanamaya is that one. So that's how it will be explained to us. Vedartha Vishaya Buddhihi Nishchayatmika Vijnanam Tatcha Adyavasaya Lakshmanam Antakaranasya Dharmaha. This is called as Vijnanamaya Kosha explained to us. Then all these Vijnanamaya Kosha, why these 5 limbs are given and how we with these 5 limbs living at Vijnanamaya Kosha very easily can come out of samsara and reach to the self. That important topic we'll thoroughly study. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, अच्छी तरह से हम कोशिश करेंगे. ठीक है, टुडे विल स्टॉप, विल डू अवर रुद्र पाठ. ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परमर्षिभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. ओम तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Today's Mahashivaratri. We just will do the Rudra Patha with Laghunyasa. It will take some 15 minutes, so little more, and let us revel in that. I'll go a little moderate speed, trying to complete in the given time because we have to do another class also. So you just listen enough, that should be. If you can see the book and follow yourself, you can do it. But one strong instruction is feel Lord Shiva in the heart, in the roop of Shivalinga, Spatika roop. So to feel the entire Brahmanda to be Bhagavan Shiva only in the Spatika Akara. Then in between, मतलब एक ही कर सके तो एक ही करो, वही काफी है. If the mind is getting distracted, for the sake of variety, you can do this. Then all the 12 Jyotirlingas you just remember. Then all the Shiva Mandiras you remember in the whole universe. Remember a thought only. Then feel that to all the expressions of Bhagavan Shiva, we are doing Abhishekam with all the dravyas that are allowed. देखो, बिना कोई स्थूल रूप में विषयों का, द्रव्यों के बिना ही मन ही हम भगवान शिव जी का while chanting the Rudri can do Abhishekam. It is allowed. In fact, that Manasika Upasana is more stronger, powerful than the Sthula. Although Sthula will help us in coming out of laziness, etc. Manasika sometimes may empower or may inspire us in being lazy. तो दोनों को भी बैलेंस करना है. जब जरूरत पड़ी तो with all the outer dravyas procured exhaustively we have to do. That's how the sadhana should be done. But now we are very apart from each other and I have nobody to help me, so I can't make all our arrangements. Therefore, the dravya we are not using, Bhagavan Shiva knows, but all the sthula dravyas of the 11 types of liquids and the bhasma, all of that we do the Abhisheka in the mind while chanting लघुन्यास पूर्वक नमक प्रश्न. ट्राई करें, 15 मिनट लगेगा थोड़ा सा. लेट इट टेक. ओम ओम अथ महाशिवरात्रि पर्व दिवसे महाशिव महादेवस्य श्री मातुः कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध सिद्ध्यर्थम पुराण इतिहास उक्त भगवत दर्शन प्राप्त्यर्थम विशेषतः श्री सांब सदाशिव दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मकृत सेवकानां समस्त विघ्न शत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा शक्ति साधना संपदा सानुकूलता सिद्धि द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थम लघुन्यासपूर्वक रुद्र पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम अथ श्री रुद्र प्रश्नः लघुन्यासः. ओम ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय. ओम अथात्मानगं शिवात्मानगं श्रीरुद्ररूपं ध्यायेत्. शुद्धस्फटिकसङ्काशं त्रिनेत्रं पञ्चवक्त्रकं गंगाधरं दशभुजं सर्वाभरणभूषितं नीलग्रीवं शशाङ्काङ्कं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनं व्याघ्रचर्मोत्तरीयं च वरेण्यमभयप्रदं कमण्डलवक्षसूत्राणां धारिणं शूलपाणिनं ज्वलन्तं पिङ्गलजटाशिखामुद्योतधारिणं वृषस्कन्धसमारूढम् उमादेहार्धधारिणम् अमृतेनाप्लुतं शान्तं दिव्यभोगसमन्वितं दिग्देवतासमायुक्तं सुरासुरनमस्कृतं नित्यं च शाश्वतं शुद्धं ध्रुवमक्षरमव्ययं सर्वव्यापिनमीशानं रुद्रं वै विश्वरूपिणम् एवं ध्यात्वा द्विजः सम्यक् ततो यजनमारभेद. अथातो रुद्रस्नानार्चनाभिषेकविधिं व्याख्यास्यामः. आदित एव तीर्थे स्नात्वा उदेत्या शुचिप्रयतो ब्रह्मचारी शुक्लवासा देवाभिमुखस्थित्वा आत्मनि देवता स्थापयेत्. ओम प्रजनने ब्रह्मा तिष्ठतो पादयोर्विष्णुस्तिष्ठतो हस्तयोर्हरस्तिष्ठतो बाह्वोरिन्द्रस्तिष्ठतो हृदये शिवस्तिष्ठतो कंठे वसवस्तिष्ठन्तो वक्त्रे सरस्वती तिष्ठतो नासिकयोर्वायुस्तिष्ठतो नयनयोश्चन्द्रादित्यो तिष्ठेतां कर्णयोरश्विनौ तिष्ठेतां ललाटे रुद्रास्तिष्ठन्तो मूर्ध्यादित्यास्तिष्ठन्तो शिरसि महादेवस्तिष्ठतो शिखायां वामदेवस्तिष्ठतो पृष्ठे पिनाकी तिष्ठतो पुरतः शूली तिष्ठतो पार्श्वयो शिवा शङ्करौ तिष्ठेतां सर्वतो वायुस्तिष्ठतो ततो बहिः सर्वतोऽग्निर्ज्वालामाला परिवृतस्तिष्ठतो सर्वेष्वङ्गेषु सर्वा देवता यथास्थानं तिष्ठन्तो मां रक्षन्तो. ओम अग्निर्मे वाचिष्ठतः वाग्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि वायुर्मे प्राणे श्रितः प्राणो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि सूर्यो मे चक्षुषि श्रितः चक्षुर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि चन्द्रमा मे मनसि श्रितः मनो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि दिशो मे श्रोत्रे श्रिताः श्रोत्रगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आपो मे रेतसि श्रिताः रेतो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पृथिवी मे शरीरे श्रिताः शरीरगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ओषधिवनस्पतयो मे लोमसुश्रिताः लोमानि हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि इन्द्रो मे बले श्रितः बलगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पर्जन्यो मे मूर्ध्ने श्रितः मूर्धा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ईशानो मे मन्यौ श्रितः मन्युर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आत्मा म आत्मनि श्रितः आत्मा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पुनर्म आत्मा पुनरायुरागात् पुनः प्राणः पुनराहूतमागात् वैश्वानरो रश्मिभिर्वावृधानः अन्तस्तिष्ठत्वमृतस्य गोपाः. अस्य श्रीरुद्राध्याय प्रश्नमहामन्त्रस्य अघोर ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः सङ्कर्षणमूर्तिस्वरूपो योऽसावादित्य परमपुरुषः स एष रुद्रो देवता नमः शिवायेति बीजं शिवतरायेति शक्तिः महादेवायेति कीलकं श्रीसाम्ब सदाशिवप्रसादसिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः ओम अग्निहोत्रात्मने अंगुष्ठाभ्यां नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने तर्जनीभ्यां नमः चातुर्मास्यात्मने मध्यमाभ्यां नमः निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने अनामिकाभ्यां नमः ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः सर्वकृत्वात्मने करतलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः अग्निहोत्रात्मने हृदयाय नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने शिरसे स्वाहा चातुर्मास्यात्मने शिखायै वषट् निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने कवचाय हुं ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने नेत्रत्रयाय वौषट सर्वकृत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फट भूर्भुवस्वरोमिति दिग्बन्धः ध्यानम् ओम आपाताल नमस्तलान्त भुवन ब्रह्माण्डमाविस्फुरत् ज्योतिस्फाटिकलिङ्गमौलिविलसत् पूर्णेन्दुवान्तामृतैः अस्तोकाप्लुतमेकमीशमनिशं रुद्रानुवाकान् जपन् ध्याये दीप्सितसिद्धये ध्रुपदं विप्रो विषिञ्चेत् शिवम् ब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तदेहा भसितहिमरुचा भासमाना भुजङ्गैः कण्ठे कालाः कपर्दाः कलितशिशिकलाश्चण्ड कोदण्डहस्ताः त्र्यक्षा रुद्राक्षमालाः प्रकटितविभवा शाम्भवा मूर्तिमेधाः रुद्रा श्रीरुद्रसूक्त प्रकटितविभवान् प्रयच्छन्तु सौख्यम् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ महागणाधिपतये नमः शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मे नुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौ मनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणञ्च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वञ्च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे सीनं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे अमृतं च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयश्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुक्तं च मे नवित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 इति लघुन्यासः। अथ रुद्रप्रश्नः नमकप्रश्नः ॐ नमो from now onwards Rudram Namakam. So far is Lagunyas. Now you can imagine all the Lord Shiva's temples whichever you have visited in your own life. Feel all of them in our own Sharira, in us only, because Lord Shiva is everywhere, He is in us also. And do that Abhisheka to that Paramatma. In that, get totally transcended all the Panchakoshas. May that happen to us. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namaste Rudramanyava Uto Taishave Namaha. Namaste Astu Dhanvane Bahobhyam Udate Namaha. Ya Taisho Shivatama Shivam Babhovate Dhanuho Shivasanavyaya Tavatayano Rudramridaya. Ya Te Rudra Shivatanura Ghora Papakashini Tayanasthanuva Shantamaya Girisanda Vichakashi Yamisham Girisanda Haste Vivarshastave Shivangiritratam Kurumahigamse Purushan Jagata Shive Navachasa Tva Girishacha Vadamase Yathana Sarvamit Jagada Yakshmakam Sumana Asata Adhyavochatati Vakta Prathamo Daivyo Vishaka Ahigashta Sarva Anjambayan Sarva Ashayatu Dhanyah Asauyastamro Arunauta Babrusu Mangalaha Ye Chemagan Rudra Avito Dikshushita Sahasrasho Vaishagam Heda Imahe Asayo Vasarpati Nilagrivo Vilohita Utainam Gopa Adushanna Dushannudaharya Utainam Vishwa Bhutani Sadrushto Brudayatina Namo Astu Nilagrivaయ Sahasrakshaya Midushe Atoye Asya Sattva Nohandebhyo Karannamah Pramunchadanvanastva Muvayorartniyorjam Yashate Hastaisha Vaparata Bhagavo Vapa Avatatyadanustagam Sahasrakshashade Sude Nishirya Shalyana Mukha Shivona Sumana Baba Vidyam Danukavardino Vishalyo Banavagam Uda Aneshan Nasyeshava Avurasya Nisangatihi Yate Hetirmidushtamahαστε Babuvate Danoho Tayasman Vishwatastamaya Paribhuja Namaste Astvayudhayana Tataya Dushtave Vabhyamudate Namo Bahubhyantavadanvane Parite Dhanvano Hetirasman Runaktu Vishwadaha तथो यैषदिस्तवारे अस्मन्निदेहितं शम्भवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। नमो हिरण्यवाहवे सेनान्ये दिशां जपतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्य पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्मिञ्जराय तुषीमते पथेनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्रुषाय विव्याधिनेन्नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये नमो नमः रुद्राय तथाविने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्तपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्फुताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नमः उच्चैर्घोषाय क्रन्दयते पत्येनां पतये नमो नमः कृष्णवेताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय व्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुवाय निषङ्गिणे स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषतिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायोनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः सुकाभिभ्यो जगागं सद्योमुष्टदां पतये नमो नमो असिमद्भ्यो नक्तञ्चरद्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नमः उष्णीषणे गिरिचराय कुलुञ्जानां पतये नमो नमः इषुमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सवद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः तिष्ठद्भ्यो दावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्यो श्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमः व्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः गुणाभ्यस्तृगम्हतीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो वृत्सेभ्यो वृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्य सेनानीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शत्रुभ्यः संग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्माणेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः ईशुकृभ्यो धन्वकृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यश्वतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपते च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च व्युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शुभविष्टाय च नमो मीडुष्टमाय च यशुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृद्धने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे च आजिराय च नमः शीघ्र्याय च शीभ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय च वस्वन्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च दीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय चापगल्भाय च नमो जगन्याय च बुध्न्याय च नमः शोभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वर्याय च कल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय च अवसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्षाय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय च आसुरथाय च नमः शूराय च विन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरूतिने च नमो बिल्विने च कवचने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे च श्रीमते च नमः तीक्ष्णे च च आयुधने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च भत्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सूद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैजन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय च भट्याय च नमो वर्षाय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईत्र्याय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्म्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुवाय च ओम हर 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 नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमः ताम्राय च अरुणाय च नमः शंगाय च वशुवते च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमः अग्रे वदाय च दूरे वदाय च नमो हन्त्रे च नीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च महेश्वराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमः तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः कार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः कार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः षष्प्याय च फेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च नमः इरिण्याय च प्रपद्याय च नमः किगं शिलाय च क्षेणाय च नमः कवर्धने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ट्याय च गृह्याय च नमः स्थल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्याय च नमः पागं सव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च नित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च सूर्व्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णसिद्ध्याय च नमो वगुरुमाणाय च विघ्नते च नमः आखिदते च प्रखिदते च नमो किरीयेभ्यो देवानागमहृदेभ्यो नमो विक्षिणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नमः आनिर्हतेभ्यो नमः आमीवत्केभ्यः द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रनीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणाम् येषां वशूनां भेर्मारोमो येषां किञ्चनामवता या ते रुद्रशिवा तनो शिवा विश्वाह वेशजी शिवा रुद्रस्य वेशजी तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागं रुद्राय तवसे कवर्तने क्षेद्धिराय प्रभरामहे मतिं यथा नश्यमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्नातुरं मृडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कुति क्षेद्धिराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छं च योश्चमनुरायजे पिता तदश्याम तव रुद्रप्रणीतौ मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मानो क्षन्तमुतमानो उक्षितं मानो वदेः पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियमानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोकेतन ये मान आयुषिमानो गोषुमानो अश्वेषुरीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वदेरविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आरात्ते गोग्नौतपौरुषग्ने क्षेद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मेते अस्तो रक्षा च नो अधिजदेव ब्रूयदा च न शर्म यच्च द्विवर्हाः सुहिश्रुतङ्गर्थसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपात्तुमुग्रं मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मिन्योपन्दुसेनाः हरिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वणक्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरा भगवद्भस्तनुष्वमेढ्यस्तोकायतनयाय मृडया मीडुष्टमशिवतमः शिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहि विकृतविलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रकं हेतयोन्यमस्मन्यपन्दुताः सहस्राणि सहस्रदा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचीनामुखा क्रुधि सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्यां तेषाकं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवे अन्तरिक्षे भवाधि नीलग्रीवाः शितिघण्टाः शर्वादः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाः शितिघण्टा देवकं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्मिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासक्कपर्दिनः ये अन्येषु विविद्यन्ति पात्रेषु विपतो जनान् ये पदाम्बतिरक्ष्य ऐलभृदाय विदः ये तीर्थानि प्रसरन्ति सृगावन्तो निषङ्गिणः य एतावन्तश्च भूयागं षष्ठदिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसे नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां ये अन्तरिक्षे ये दिव्येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिशोस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचेर् दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचेर्दशोदीचेर् दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृणेन्दु तेयं विष्मोश्च नो द्वेष्टितं भोजं मे ददामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नव्यो अप्सुयो ओषधीशयो रुद्रो विश्वाभुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमष्टु हि यस्तिषु सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षेतिवेशजस्य यक्ष्वामहेसौ मनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमसरन्धवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वमेश जोयकं शिवाभिमर्शनः एते सहस्रमयितं पाशा मृत्यो मर्त्यायन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य माया सर्वान् यजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसरुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्येनाप्यायस्व सदाशिवम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ निद्रपते नमो निद्रपदान्तिकाय नमो ऊर्ध्वाय नमो ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमो हिरण्याय नमो हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमो सुवर्णाय नमो सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमो दिव्याय नमो दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमो भवाय नमो भवलिङ्गाय नमो शर्वाय नमो सर्वलिङ्गाय नमो शिवाय नमो शिवलिङ्गाय नमो जलाय नमो जलिङ्गाय नमो आत्मने नमो आत्मलिङ्गाय नमो परमाय नमो परमलिङ्गाय नमो एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गस्थापयति पाणिमन्त्रं पवित्रं सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवेनाति भवे भव स्वमां भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो बलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमदनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः खगोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् ओम ईशान सर्वविद्यानामीश्वर सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर् ब्रह्मा शिवो मय सुधा शिवोम ओम नमो हिरण्यबाहो हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्. Good. We will do our yoga darshanam. I'll just exit and again rejoin. Mm.